Alright, so I've gone back into town and did up the rest of the poles. I think this may work. But just for size comparison, this is all the poles, the tent poles I got. And that's the spreader poles there. So it's maybe twice the size. Just an inch longer. I could bring the length of them down. But yeah, it doesn't add a whole lot extra to the pack size. So I'm going to set this up and hope it fits together, and if it does, well, I'll video it then. Alright, so here's all the poles laid out. So I had to put ends on 2 of them. I just used brake line and whacked them with a screwdriver and a hammer, pinch them on. But 2 of them, as you can see, ended up a hair longer. I'll have to trim 2 down, and those will probably be my vertical ones. And then this long guy, I just got a washer and a hunk of aluminum stuck out the end, a little peg there at both ends. So there's what all the poles look like spread. And these were the 2 from a camo caterpillar tent from a, I don't know, from the cross style one, freestanding tent. Just all split up, and even all the shock cords from it, I was able to cut it and reuse it all. I'll set it up and we'll see what it looks like. Alright, well, we got her set up. It is tipped a little because of the outstretched weight on the front, but look at that. She works. So these poles here, oh no, sorry, these are the longer ones, the ones that were too long. I'm going to shorten them and put them here, just so it's tipped down more, because I'll set you up here. Hopefully you can see, because I can't see in this light. Ugh. So it's almost flat at the top, and these guys are bowed, so they're under quite a bit more tension. So if I pull 3 inches out of the fiberglass piece of that and use them here, it should bring it down, and then these ones will go up there and there'll be less tension on it. And yeah, look at that. No poles to the ground, no tie outs, no pegs, no nothing. She's all freestanding, if you will. I did think about, you can see the bar through here, I'll show you in a second, but I thought about running this bar underneath and clipping it on here, but there's just a little too much tension on it that if I push that pole forward enough to grab that hook, it's just pulling that end in instead of pulling the pole out. There, I'll give you a little walk around. Look at that. So that's the long pole, the 6 sections. I just got a washer and a chunk of aluminum that butts into the into the tube section here. So the washer's pushed against these 2. The aluminum's holding it. This little clip is actually fastened to here, just keeping it pulled in. Look at that. Yeah, that's none too shabby. Other than it's sitting back, but that's just because of the excess weight. If I had my sleeping bag and my pillow and well, maybe not my helmet, because my helmet usually hangs up on the top strap, but if I had weight low in it, it may keep it level. I don't know. I never brought a sleeping bag. I'm kind of in a little sanctuary area here, so I wasn't bringing a sleeping bag. But yeah, look at that. I don't think the rain would bunch up on this. It should just run under, or maybe even off to the corner if and drip off here. I doubt it. It'll probably just wait and run under. It'd be nice to have this a little straighter. If I could buzz some off this so it locks in straight along here, but with the bow in it, it is going to keep more tension pushing outward, which I probably want. Probably better in the long run anyway. Hey, that's not too bad. And then, oh, the other thing, I'll try and find the clip from the other video where I had, these are the one wind clips, whatever you want to call them, buckles. They come with these little rope guys. I'll try and find the shot of it from earlier. But they'll end up sitting in the corner here, so this all twists. You can see it's kind of doing it now. I'm not sure why it's doing that. Oh, probably because this guy's torquing everything. But I just took another piece of webbing, an old ratchet strap into my car actually, and tied it. So it's putting even pressure on that and the buckle here. I am a little twisted up because of how much tension's on this one. I guess I could have put this guy down here and just had the roof higher for now for the setup, but I don't know, I thought that would have been better. I guess I thought wrong. But that will be perfect. Because there's one spot at Green Lake where I just was, and there's a nice little bit of rock out front, and then water. So there's nowhere really to run lines and pegs unless you're tying to rocks in the lake, or I don't know, figuring something out. Well, this is pretty sweet, eh? So these are 15 or 15 3/4 length poles, I think, or sections in here. And you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them to do this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 to do there, and they're just eye bolts stuck in all the ends. And I just see this one's not twisted. Huh. Eye bolt goes around this guy, so everything just kind of clips together. And yeah, that's pretty nice. I'm quite happy with that. Let me sit you on this table over here, and there. I don't got a mic with me, so the audio may, but it all swings as one. I don't have bungee cords on poles or tie-outs, and if I don't have trees, well, here I got one tree over here and there's one way over there, but I'm not going to run lines that far. Look at that. I don't think I'm going to bother doing the same for the rear. I'll just leave it down. Or, yeah, I'll just leave it down. Maybe I'll get lucky and there'll be a tree behind me or something I could tie off to if I want to pull it out. But, yeah. I could buy all these poles separate, rebuild it, and put the same on the backside too, but, I think I'll just use the front. I don't really care what's behind me. I just the view out front. Whee! Pretty sweet. Oh, people walking by probably think I'm homeless. Hobo camps. Oh. There's a big walking trail over there. People are gonna be phoning the cops thinking it's a Haven hobo camp. Yeah, look at that. I should throw my coat, my backpack, and all my crap in there just to see if it levels it out. I'm gonna do that. If it levels it out, I'll turn this back on. If not, hey. Alright, so I got my helmet, my backpack with, there's just some tent pegs, cordage, my cat hammock, my jacket, laying on the far side of it, which probably still weighs more than a sleeping bag across the middle, but it does level it up just so you can see what it looks like here. And I can actually walk around it with it level. So I am noticing this top bar sinking in on there, it'll end up pooling there, and whether, oh yeah, if it pools it'll just drop here and run out eventually. But yeah, once I have these shorter, it'll just want to run off before it even bothers pooling. I does hope. Yeah, that's pretty nice, eh? I think I might just start using this factory tarp instead of my 10x10. You don't have a whole lot of coverage on the front. Like if you have a separate chair, nah, it's not going to do anything to keep you dry. But if you're sitting in the hammock and using the hammock as a swing kinda, or lounging, perfect. I'll probably still carry my 10x10 tarp and just do like a flying diamond or something. In case it rains, we have an area to sit under. Yeah, hopefully you guys like this, and maybe somebody else wants to give her a try. I'd almost say I'd have a small piece of bungee in here, piece of shock cord, just so if it, but I think there's enough give in everything. It's not going to hurt it having a little tension on it. And like I said, once these are cut down and put down here and these guys are up here, it won't be as much pressure on it. And then I'm not sure what'll happen when I close it. I'll sit you back over here. Put you right here. And I'll try and knock those two vertical ones down and see what happens when she swings shut. There's one. Oh, with the pin in it, it's going to stay rigid. I go like that. Huh. Well, you know what? Let me try something here. There. Well, that's good enough for me. So this guy went from here to the back one. So it knocks down enough. I still got a little bit of airflow. I can still climb up in and under. Once I'm in there, I may be able to buckle this guy. Oh, my fingers there. Buckle. That'll still run off. I can just clip him in the middle, just to keep the wind from flapping around much. Yeah, that works. Obviously, when it's cold out, I want to buckle her right down. Yeah, that's not gonna go with this pull. Yeah, okay, so she's not gonna seal right up tight with this grommet to here, with all the poles in there. Maybe even with that one shortened a bit, but it all depends how cold it gets and whether I want to seal it up completely. If I do, I just pull this clip off, pull this middle pole out, it snaps out, undo this guy, and then everything's loose. I can just leave this pole hanging off wherever, just toss it on the ground, leave this guy dangling up here. Yeah, so the only thing I'd have to do is reconnect this one and stick that guy back through the middle. It's not that big a deal. Yeah. Look at that. Alrighty, well, I'm going to take some photos of this, then pack her all down and head home and edit up a video, I guess. Maybe get some beer. Peace. Alright, well, I figured I'd just show a quick tear down here. I didn't want to video the setup in case it didn't work. But, yeah. Middle section comes out. Because of how much tension these boys are under, And just unclip them, pull that clip. Pull that one out of the carabiner. This one off the little toggle. Then same this side. Oh, my little aluminum guy came off that the long pole. That'll have to be epoxied. That carabiner, take this one off. Done. He's all how she should be. Except for this poor guy. Oh, I lost the washer too. Oh well, I'll fix that when I get home. No big deal.